Yeah, well, it's good to see you and live and in person. And thank you so much for your support. The partnership of the Denko Gridiron Show this year. We started much like you started your business in 2017. We started literally the same year, and it was all about the community. We just want to do something to give back for the community. And here we are 5 years later. I never would have thought it. And your business is actually just based literally about half a mile from the town square in Denton. You cover all of DFW, obviously focus on Denton County, but all of DFW. And you and I met at the Denton Community Market just a couple months ago.
Well, that's where we met again because we had known each other through Curtis.
Yeah. Since we are a football show, Coach Kleiber has been on here before. He's now a defensive coordinator down in San Marcos, Texas, and good friend of the show, and obviously good friend of yours. And that was our connection. It was through sports, through the community. So tell us a little bit about how you started. I know you grew up in the roofing business, but kind of tell us your story and when you kicked things off in 2017.
Yeah. So at that point, I was already working for my family business. So it was a separate company. And I just decided at that point that it was, time for me to kind of do my own thing. And so it was definitely a risky time in my life. Nothing was guaranteed at that point, but kind of just put all my ideas and everything that I'd learned over the years in the business and put that together and tried to do my own thing, and it worked out. And one of the things I tried to do was put the customer first and, and give back to the community where I could. So that way I could, just better get my name out there and then also get to give back. Cause I think that was one of the blessings of being a company owner was giving back also.
Well, Dan, I can tell I've got to know you a little bit over the last couple months, a lot better. And I can tell you're just a solid citizen. And, you mentioned earlier, and I know you invited me to participate. And if you've ever seen me work on a house, you may not invite me again. But tell us a little bit about your experience with Habitat for Humanity.
So about a little over 2 years ago, someone approached me in the community that was already a board member with Habitat, and they had asked me to potentially be on the board, which I accepted. And I've been doing that for over 2 years and on the build committee as well. So I go out there and help with the builds myself, and it's been a blessing. It's been something that I've gotten to meet a ton of new people that I would have never met. I've gotten to, give back and see what this community effort does and how it blesses other people to give them affordable housing in our community, because we know right now houses are expensive. And so it's not easy to buy one. So it was cool to get to give back to that.
Well, again, if you're just now tuning in, Partner Spotlight, Gillean Brothers Roofing. We got Dan Gillean, founder and owner in studio. And, just being in business for 4 short years, you've already hit the awards stage. In 2019, second best in Denton. 2020, 2021, you end up first, best of Denton in the roofing category.
Yep. So, yeah, we've been blessed. And I think part of that is just us putting the customers first and then using our success to then further give back to the community. It's not just me either. We train the employees this way too, to look for opportunities for us as a company to give back. And the whole team is on board with this idea. And we're really trying to just use our blessings as a company to give back to others in the community. And it's been all around a great adventure so far.
Well, Dan, I've got the number scrolling, but if people are just listening to this in audio format, what's the best way to reach Gillean Brothers for a free estimate? And your professionals will come out and for no cost. Is that right?
Zero cost.
What's the best number to reach you at?
So best number is 940-315-ROOF. That's or 7663. But that's our best number. That's going to get you in touch with the office. And one of our office girls is going to get your information and get one of us out there and get you scheduled up.
Hey, one thing that I find is really cool, and recently on a podcast that I host, Dan, I talked to four veterans that are professional truck drivers. You probably everybody's familiar with the supply chain issues. It's a challenge to get probably roofing materials at times. I know it's a challenge to get lumber, building materials. But last month, I had a chance to talk to 4 veteran drivers. And you also told me you do a veteran and first responder discount.
Yeah. So we do. We give about a 5% off discount on any job for our veterans and first responders. We do that, again, just to give back to the community, the people that's already served us. We also have a retired cop that now works for us and ex-police dispatcher that works for us. And so we're big in the community and helping the people that protect us at night, give back to them.
Well, hey, again, you help make our show possible. We've got a couple interns, Quincy Horde and Lee Livingston, that are pursuing there at the University of North Texas. And one of them's traveling, and the other one's, I think, doing some schoolwork. But at some point, I want you to meet them, because that's who you're impacting, Gillean Brothers Roofing, because you provide an opportunity. Our very first interns are graduating, hard to believe this, but graduating at the University of Arkansas this December. And one of them, as a result of picking up a camera and being able to do some of the work we do here on the Denko Gridiron Show, is now pursuing the media business and is trying to get into news and sports. And that's was our goal when we first started, Dan, is just to impact the community, impact those students. And you guys are helping making that possible. So I just want to personally say thank you. What you do, it's just the reach, you know, what you do in the community, what we do. You know, if we can impact one other person in a positive way, you know, if you can help a veteran put a roof over their head, or fix a leaky roof, or, you know, it's not always everybody thinks, hey, hailstorm comes in, you got to replace the whole roof. But there's so much more than that. I mean, there's a lot of homes around here that are 40, 50, 60 years old that, you know, certainly they've hopefully had a roof replaced in the last 10 or so years. But tell us about the challenges with roofs that are, say, 10, 15, 20 years old.
So you run into some challenges, and, you know, and I think in our industry, we've been, you know, as a contractor, sometimes we get known as, you know, maybe being non-trustworthy, just as a community. And I think that's one thing that we're trying to tear down, that barrier, and get through that. And we go on, I wouldn't have the percentage in front of me, but we go on so many inspections that we tell people that you don't need anything today. You have your roof is fine, or you do need a minor repair. That's maybe just a few shingles or this and that, but that's going to get you peace of mind, knowing that, you know, you have a safe roof over your head to protect you and your family, and all your belongings below that. So yeah, we, you know, going into that, you know, some of the struggles with the older roofs. The one thing is, in North Texas, a lot of roofs don't get super old because we do have a lot of hailstorms, and so we do deal with that. But no, it's one of those things. I think if you have an honest person up there, you don't always need a new roof. It sometimes is just a minor repair, and it gives you that peace of mind just knowing and having us out there. So.
Well, Dan, I do want to share, you know, how easy it is to go to your website and fill out some information. Let's see here if I can. I think we're right here. Brothers. Let's see if we can bring your website up for everybody. There it is. You know, nice, clean, easy website. Contact. You know, you can call the number you've already provided right here, 940-315-ROOF. You can also go, I believe, and fill out a form. Let's see, it's right there. You know, if you'd rather just fill out a form, have Dan or somebody on his team contact you for that free roof inspection. Now, people are probably curious, Dan, if somebody fills this out, say, here it is, Thursday afternoon at 5:20 p.m. You know, it's after business hours. But if someone were to go there right now and fill this out, how soon could you or someone from your team get back to him and come out and do a inspection, as long as it's in Denton County or, you know, DFW?
So as long as it's local and you give the information that we need on there, then we can definitely sometimes be out the very next day. I mean, you know, sometimes even earlier in the days, we can get out there the same day. But I would always expect us out basically the same week, because that is kind of the thing that we try to use technology to our advantage of, you know, getting our customers information to us and us getting out to them to solve the problem. So.
Well, hey, as consumers nowadays, I don't think too many people expect, you know, same day or next day. But man, that's one thing that differentiates Gillean Brothers, and probably one of the reasons, or many of the reasons, that you've won Best in Denton 2 years in a row.
Yeah, I think that's true. I think a lot of times people tend to maybe build up the company without building up the employees under them. And that's something that we haven't done. We've tried to always keep, you know, enough staff to where we can actually handle the workload that we have. And so we're not giving people just false promises. The last years has been a struggle with COVID and everything that everybody's been dealing with in the supply chain. But we've figured out ways to get around that too, and try to make everybody as happy as we can.
Well, Dan, it's been a real pleasure coming in studio. We'll have to do this again. And
absolutely.
And you know, before we leave, you know, you went to Denton High School and played baseball. You know, played 4 years of high school baseball. And man, you also wrestled, I believe. Powerlifting. Yeah, you can tell you would lose that bet as who's the power lifter here in the room. But
you
could probably outlift me still to this day. I'm certain of it. But tell us a little bit about your experiences there at Denton High School and you know, playing baseball. You played some really good players and you know, had some good teams.
Yeah, so I mean, it was a blast. Baseball has always been a big part of my life and my brother's lives, and then also my dad's life. And it's something that, you know, sports, I think, is what teaches you those life lessons. Sometimes those life lessons are losing, sometimes they're winning, and I think it teaches you how to prepare for your life in adulthood as well. You know, but we enjoyed it. I did get to play with some big players on my team as well as the other team. We even had Austin Jackson in our grade level playing at Ryan, which was the opposing school, but he ended up going on to the major leagues. So that was cool to see his success. But yeah, powerlifting, another thing, gave me a lot of, you know, determination and goal setting and going for my goals. Sometimes setting really big goals that some people may, you know, see that's too lofty, but that's helped me translate that to my business. And I think it's helped a lot.
Well, I can tell in the time we spent together, you're passionate about what you're doing. You're in the right place. You're right in the where you need to be, right here in Denton County, serving others. And you know, that's what being a small business owner is all about. So Dan Gillean, thank you so much for being here live in studio on the Denko Gridiron Show. Any final words you have for the audience?
No, I would say just give us a call if you need us. We'd love to come out and give you an honest roof inspection and come out and try to solve any problems that you may have. And if you'd like to donate back to Habitat or give your time, reach out to me. I'd love to have you there and help get you volunteering there as well.
That's awesome. You have a great night. We'll talk to you soon.
From Fox 4, make sure to tune in to the Denko Gridiron Show.